So, kung goal mong monetize yung YouTube channel ngayong 2026 at nagsisimula ka pa lang, you need to know this update. Andito ako sa webinar ng aking students kasi I will be explaining to them all the strategies, all the updates ni YouTube na dapat mo ding malaman. So, please listen and i-take note mo lahat ng ating mga strategies at lahat ng mga updates in order for you na mabigyan ka din ng tamang directions at makapag-ready ka before February 2027. So, let's go. Hello everyone! Okay, let me explain first muna ang ating new update ni YouTube policies because starting February 2027, YouTube is changing for some major parts of YouTube Partner Program. And guys, one of those changes for new creators trying to unlock an ads and YouTube Premium revenue, the requirement is moving to 1,000 subscribers plus 8,000 qualified watch hours or 20 million views na qualified shorts in 90 days. Yes, you heard it right. 20 million views na guys. Pero, bago kayo kabahan dyan sa webinar at bago din kayo kabahan dyan, hindi ibig sabihin kasi nito that lahat ng monetized YouTube channels ay kailangan ulit mag 8,000 watch hours. And this is exactly why I made this webinar and why I made this video because maraming nagpo-post ng mga YouTube automation that got harder. Maraming nagpo-post that YouTube destroyed small creators. Short monetization is dead. Pero ang mas importante talagang question dito is, what does this actually mean for you as a creator? And what should you start doing before 2027? So today, hindi lang natin pag-uusapan guys yung updates. I'm going to give you the strategy that I would personally use if I were starting a YouTube channel today. Okay? So what actually changed? First, let's separate the facts from panic. According to YouTube, these changes start on February 1, 2027. And there are several major updates. Pero I want you to focus on the ones that really matters most of creators. Number one, YPP or YouTube Partner Program ads and premium entry threshold are changing for new creators. Number two, there are new monthly performance requirement for shorts creators, pool earnings, and number three, YouTube updating how they define an active monetized channel. And number four, creators will have updated monetization terms they need to review. So, para mas maintindihan nyo ito, i-breakdown natin ito. So, update number one, yung bagong YouTube Partner Program ads at the premium threshold. Right now kasi, a lot of creators know the traditional milestone, di ba? 1,000 subscribers plus 4,000 watch hours or the shorts. So, but starting ngayong February 2027, YouTube says that for new creators entering YouTube Partner Program for ads and premium revenue, the requirement becomes 1,000 subscribers plus either 8,000 qualified watch hours in the last 365 days or 20 million qualified shorts views in the last 90 days. Now, here's the important part here, guys. If you are already monetized and already in the YouTube Partner Program, YouTube says your status is not impacted by this entry threshold update. So, kung monetize ka na, huwag ka nang magpa-panic thinking. Okay? Shucks, kailangan ko naman ng 8,000 watch hours. That's a big no. Because this particular threshold change for new creators lamang. Yung mga bago pa lang sa YouTube Partner Program. And that is very important distinction. That's why kung monetize ka na, ingatan mo na iyan. But what about the 500 subscribers level? Di ba? Merong 500 subscribers level para ma-monetize ka na din. Here's another thing creators need to understand. YouTube says there are no changes to the eligibility requirements for things like yung fan funding, yung YouTube creator partnerships, and the YouTube shopping. That earlier entry level remains. Yung 500 subscribers plus either the 3,000 qualified watch hours or yung 3 million qualified short views. So guys, hindi ibig sabihin that all monetization opportunities suddenly require 8,000 watch hours because different earning features can have different eligibility level. Update number 2. Shorts monetization just got more performance dependent. Ano ba ibig sabihin doon, Coach Glenn? Part is probably going to affect a lot of shorts creator. If nagsho-shorts ka ngayon, medyo malaking impact sa'yo. Because starting February 2027, YouTube says that to earn each month from the shorts creator pool, creators will need to maintain the 10 million qualified short views over the 90 days. Meaning, if your channel doesn't hit the threshold for that period, you may not earn from the shorts creator pool for that month. But again, important distinction ito guys. YouTube says missing that requirement does not mean to remove you from YouTube Partner Program. Basically, sa mabilis na salita, if monetize ka na sa YouTube at hindi mo na-hit yung 10 million qualified shorts over the 90 days, Mariremove ka ba or hindi? The answer is hindi. Hindi ka mariremove because it does not affect your YouTube partner earnings, including yung long-form video earnings mo. So, if someone tells you, if you don't get 10 million short views, you're demonetized, that's not what YouTube is saying. Because may narinig kasi ako na if hindi daw ma-hit yung 10 millions sa loob ng 3 buwan, madedemonetize ka na daw. That's not what YouTube is saying. The impact is especially on the shorts creator pool earnings requirement. And this is where the strategy changes. If you're building a business dito sa YouTube that completely depend on the short views, but guys, I personally would not want my entire business model to depend on one hitting massive rolling view target every 90 days. So this is where I want to introduce my strategy. Strategy number 1, stop thinking short or long form ba. Because a lot of creators think they have to choose. It's either shorts ba, short channel ba yung gagawin ko, long form channel ba yung gagawin ko. But especially moving forward, I think a smarter model for many creators is short for discovery, long form for them. So, and then monetization beyond just views. Think of it like this, guys. Shorts gets attention. Long form builds trust. And your business model captures value. So instead of shorts is equal to AdSense, I want you to think that shorts to long form to audience to multiple revenue sources because that is a much stronger system. Okay? Strategy number 2. If you're not monetized yet, time really matters. Because if you're watching this before February 2027 and you are currently building toward YouTube Partner Program, you should know exactly where your channel stands and how many subscribers, how many qualified watch hours, how many qualified short views, and what is your realistic plan. Because these new thresholds start February 1, 2027. So, your strategy should not be bahala na. Your strategy should be what milestone I am targeting and what content system gives me the best chance of reaching it. So for some channel, that may be long form or maybe shorts or sa iba is hybrid yung ginagawa, make the decision based on your actual audience and analytics, not hype. Okay? Update number 3. YouTube is also changing active channel requirements. This is another big update that I think is actually very important for YouTube automation channel. Okay, ito na, sa mga nag-YouTube automation dyan. Because starting February 1, 2027, YouTube says that a YouTube partner program channel can be considered as active by meeting any one of several conditions. For example, 1,000 qualified watch hours in the last 365 days or uploading at least 2 long form or 5 short form in every 90 days. So lahat tayo dito maaapektuhan. Because if hindi ka magiging consistent when it comes on your posting, mawala ka talaga dito sa YouTube. So si YouTube na yung nag-force sa atin to post videos, to create contents. And think about this, guys. What means very strategically, YouTube is basically giving creators multiple ways to demonstrate that the channel is still active. And for me, the lesson is very simple. Do not build abandoned automation channel. Build a system that you can actually maintain. Okay? Strategy number 3. Build a sustainable content machine. One of the biggest mistake in YouTube automation is overbuilding, guys. People says, bro, mag-upload tayo daily, then 2 weeks later nawawala. Yung editor nawala, yung budget nawala, yung scripts nag-stop, yung channel idea nawala, yung channel namatay. So instead designing the system that survives, maybe your realistic setup is a strong long form per week, or maybe 2 long form videos per month, or 3 shorts per week. Maybe something else. Because the exact number depends on your channel, but the consistency should come from a system, not for motivation. Content calendar, research process, script workflow, editing workflow, quality control, analytics review. That's what makes automation actually valuable, guys. Update number 4. Updated monetization terms. This one is very simple but very important because it says creators should review and accept updated monetization terms by January 31, 2027. So if you don't accept the relevant updated terms by the deadline, YouTube says you can stop earning from the associated monetization feature starting next year, February 1. But they also clarify that not accepting the terms doesn't automatically kick your channel out of YouTube Partner Program. You can regain access to those earning features after accepted the updated terms. So if you are monetized, this should be definitely one of your checklists before the deadline. Strategy number 4, YouTube channel AdSense business. So if your entire plan is ma-monetize lang ako, then okay na. I want you to upgrade that thinking because AdSense is a revenue stream. It is not the entire business because platform change, requirements change, algorithm change, advertiser demand change, the market change. So the goal should be to build an audience asset. Potential revenue streams can include yung YouTube ad revenue, yung premium revenue, yung affiliate marketing, yung brand sponsorship, yung digital products, or other services. So maybe even your own business, you don't need all of them. I would never want a serious creator business to depend on exactly one revenue stream lang. Kung tatanungin nyo, Coach Glenn, ano ba yung strategy mo ngayong 2027? If I were building a faceless channel today, here's the personally how I would think about it. First, I will pick an audience with real demand. Second is I will use shorts when it makes sense to create discovery. Third is to build long-form content that develops deeper viewer relationship and watch time. Fourth is I'll be using AI to make the workflow faster, AI automation, but keep human control over the strategy, the research, storytelling, and the quality. Fifth, if I will be building a content production system that you can actually maintain. And number six, do not wait until you have millions of views before thinking about monetization beyond AdSense. So here is the three-stage model, guys, na ipapakita ko sa inyo. If you really want a simple framework, you need to remember this. Number one is attract. You need to attract. Number two, convert. Number three, monetize. So short-form content can help you attract attention, right? Long-form content can help you convert casual viewers into real audience. And then your monetization ecosystem allows you to monetize that relationship. So not in a manipulative way, guys, by providing more value. And that's a much healthier business model than simply asking, how many views do I need to make money? Diba? Ang dami kasi mga nagtatanong, magkano ba yung views para magkaroon ng ganito? No. That's not a healthy thinking, guys. So, no, I don't think this update means YouTube is dead. And I don't think it means small creators have no chance. But I do think it means creators need to become more strategic, especially people building YouTube automation channel, kagaya natin dito. And the game isn't just produce more. It's to build better system, to create a better content, understand your audience, to give value to your audience, diversify your strategy, and stay updated with how the platform evolves. And speaking of YouTube automation, there's another video that I am working on that, guys. I think you need to see because monetization requirements are only one part of the story. So I'm going to break down the 5 YouTube automation rules you need to understand ngayong 2026, including na doon yung AI content, yung mass production, yung reuse content, yung competitor research, and how to build a human-led automation system. So if gusto mo mapanood yun, subscribe to my YouTube channel doon. And also here, please don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell button below. Mas updated ka sa lahat ng mga YouTube updates, automation updates, strategy, and all the system na i-upload ko sa ating YouTube channel. And by the way, I'm Coach Glenn, and see you in my next video.